those of you who are just tuning in, Jana is about to launch a worldwide streaming network, y'all. So like she said, she's only got 2 hours of sleep. This takes a lot of time. So Jana, we're going to go back to the beginning. How did you know? ICTV, Infecting Change Televisions, how did you know, like what prompted you to start a network, and how did you know, like, hey, okay, this thing is possible. I can do this and be living in it right now. So take us back to the beginning.
Oh man, I don't know if you ever know, but you just instinctively, whatever the thing is that's inside of you, right?
Yeah.
Like, call it intuition, call it passion. Some people call it the universe. Some people call it God. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. Whatever you call it, like, just instinctively, like, you know that, yo, I was created to do this, or this is the direction I should go in. It goes all the way back to, and I tell everybody this, I'm a writer and a creator at heart. Like, I love writing, which I haven't had much time to do any of in the past.
Right, because you got your business hat on right now.
Yeah, and that's a whole other conversation about the balance of administrative and being a creative. Those are two different worlds.
Yes.
And I think creatives really struggle sometimes to balance those worlds. But anyway, it's a separate conversation. So, I started, and what I'm most known for, if you will, or what I've had the most success with, is Selma the musical.
Yes.
So we've toured the country. We've been all over. We've been so fortunate.
Been on Good Morning America.
Yeah, we got featured on Good Morning America twice. Like a whole legit feature, segments, the whole nine. Did a really brief feature on the Today Show. I did post-show, pre-show, GMA, the feature on the show. They really rolled out the red carpet for us. I didn't anticipate that when they did all of that, but and we did Sway in the Morning, which was really dope. It was super cool.
Yeah.
That was impromptu, but we were recording it at Sirius Radio, and we just happened to walk by Sway's studio, and he was like, "Y'all come in. What are y'all doing?" And he's live, and we do this whole interview, has them sit down, has them sing. So it was really cool, for that. But anyways, we talk about the highlight, and I think the Royal Caribbean was the highlight of our touring. It was just the most amazing time, probably the best show. But anyway, so we had a ton of success. It really looked like Selma was about to do a Broadway run, and really kind of take off. And we were super successful. And there was just something about where we were and where we were trying to get.
Yes.
That there was a disconnect. I mean, and Brittany, every show was either sold out or close to sold out, and we always got a standing ovation. And anybody who's on the live, who's ever seen the show, can vouch for it. So this isn't just me saying our stuff was good.
Right.
It was received.
Y'all check out that too, Selma the musical.
Yeah, man, it was really received well by the fans. It was received well by the industry. Our merchandise, just people were so receptive of it. And shout out to the Selma the musical cast. They're just wildly talented. But so with all of that talent and the effect in the industry and being effective with audiences and having proof of concept, we were selling tickets. So we had all of those things, right? We couldn't break through to the next level. And it was so maddening, so frustrating.
Yes.
And as an independent,
work in that time,
and money.
Listen, yes.
Listen here.
Get them
money. And as an independent, you don't always understand why. You begin to question yourself. You begin to wonder what you're not doing right. If they don't, do they not like me? Am I? You just all these really crazy things. And then you walk into those rooms, right? All you want, is a deal. So you think
somebody to get somebody to see it and give you a chance,
give you a chance. And you walk into those rooms and you spend weeks preparing, and you spend the night before up all night, and you can't sleep and all of these different things, and you're like, yo, this is it, or this is God, or whatever you believe, right? This is it. And it's heartbreaking. It's gut-wrenching because you've worked so long to get to this place. And then people say, oh, that's cute. Well, you're worth a number on a line, right? I knew what it felt like to walk into those rooms and them to say, give me your baby. I knew how crushing it was. I knew how difficult the journey had been. And I knew if I existed, there are millions of other creators like Jana that are out there.
Yes.
So why not make the way for somebody else so it's not so freaking difficult, man? Like, why do we have to jump through hoops, and why does there have to be this really difficult process? We offer them a piece of their distribution, and that's the game changer. That's the game changer, because the residual check, the residuals,
say it again.
The residuals, that's how you create generational wealth. Because long after you're gone, that residual income, that residual generational wealth,
Yes,
will go to take care of your kids, and
yes.
that's how we break the cycles and the curses.
You're big on owning your seat at the table. I know that's your mission, that's your motto. So talk to us a little bit about that. What does that mean, owning your seat at the table, and why is that so imperative for creators and business, anybody in the industry? Why is that so important, and what that means? Let people know what that really means, like owning your seat at the table.
And we preach that. That's our motto, right? That's our thing, right? Ownership over censorship.
Ownership over censorship.
The world went crazy a couple of years ago when Tyler Perry stood on the BET Awards stage. I think it was the BET Awards, if I'm not mistaken.
I was there.
And he said, own your seat at the table. And he said, while y'all are in Hollywood fighting to sit at somebody else's table, I'll be in Atlanta building my own. It was iconic. It sent waves through the industry, especially for people of color. Mm-hmm. And it's been quoted ever since. Own your seat at the table. Own your seat at the table. And for me, as a torch carrier of the Tyler Perrys and the Ava DuVernays and the Lena Waithe and the Lee Daniels, and I don't want to leave people out of the Spike Lee, so many. As a torch carrier, I feel like it's not my job to just build the same table he built. Like, let's take that table a step further. Okay. So while he's building a table, I want you to own your seat at my table. I don't want to own a table that people can just come sit at. And that's a part of it. Like that's a part of it, and that'll happen undoubtedly. Yes. Will Packer, yeah, absolutely. Yes. I saw somebody say Will Packer.
Yes.
But I want you to own your seat at the table, because that means if you own your seat, you can take it, even if you got to go sit at somebody else's table, because it's not always about you staying at my table. My seats can rotate as long as I own my table. Yep. I just want you to be able to take your seat to either own your own table or to somebody else's table, or you can stay at my table as long as you want. Correct. So owning your product, we offer this, but my goal is to create a successful network that allows for creators to come to feel safe, to be taken care of. They can pay their bills, but not only pay their bills, but have financial freedom. We can have financial freedom. Our team can have financial freedom. It can sustain on its own. We maintain majority ownership. Like, that's all I want. Like, so whatever that looks like. And if that's 10,000 subscribers or 10 million subscribers, like whatever that looks like for us, like that's the goal. We just want to create content. We want to create an opportunity for people who may never, ever get it. Yes. Like, so that's why that wraps all the way back around to the question. I just wanted to, I know how it felt. I know the nights I spent by myself. I know the nights I spent crying tears. I know what I lost. I know what all of my accounts being negative felt like. I know what depression felt like, and anxiety, and questioning myself, and self-loathing, and wondering if I had really heard God, or if I had really seen the vision. So that's why I wanted to do it, because if we can help some people avoid that path by giving them an opportunity where nobody else would, hey, then it's worth it. Then we're infecting change.
Yes. So Jana, another question is, what motivates you and what keeps you going throughout all of this? Because you spoke on the hardships that you endured and how you was able to get through them, and where we are now. So what motivates you to keep going and taking meetings and only getting 2 hours of sleep? And like, what is that?
It's two things, I think, or a couple of things, but the two things that come to mind are, I have a relationship with God.
Amen.
Like, my prayer life, my life, my spiritual life, my life on my knees is real. you know. And that's just my belief system.
Mm-hmm.
That I know where my help comes from. I know where my gifts come from. For some unforeseen reason, God has favored me and has put his hand on my life.
Definitely.
And, you know, I walk into rooms and favor just rests there for us.
Mm-hmm.
I pray for swift discernment and decision making. I pray for divine wisdom. You know, you've been in those rooms
Yes.
when
And
we
you put
pray.
work behind your prayer as well.
You know, I do. You know, absolutely. The faith without works, like it's cute to say all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, and that was the second part of it. But at the end of the day, you got to have something inside of you, bro. You got to have something in you that churns, and you got to have a motor, bro. You have to have something that
Yes.
makes you go no matter what. And I have that.
And
I have that
tears.
thing
Yes.
that's like, with or without, team or no team, you with me, you against me, money, no money, whatever the case may be. I know the vision. I know what I've seen. I know that my ladder is greater. So if I can just weed through this time and weed through
Yes.
what I am, where I am, that I won't always be here. So I have a journey and a testimony. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me and letting me rant on about ICTV. I get
Hey.
passionate. I can't help it. Yeah. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Go check that out. And I'm just telling you, I know we're on a different media platform. I'm saying that because, you know, it helps to let people know that the industry is getting behind us. There are people in the industry who are really supporting, and we want you to support. We got some dope shows coming.
So when y'all see those headlines, Black owned, Black woman launches worldwide streaming network, y'all already know who it is. ICTV.
Y'all share it, y'all support it. Shout out to Brittany Passion, the Passion Xperience, and SwagHer Magazine. Brittany is, if I'm the hardest working woman I know, Brittany might be the second. I don't know.
Ooh,
But Brittany,
that's a compliment coming from you, Jen.
Brittany has a grind and a hustle that I respect. I think we're kindred spirits. I think that's why from the very beginning when you were added to the team, I was rocking with you. But the whole team, I got a team of dope women who are rocking.
Then head over to ICTV. So, Jana, we thank you and wish you nothing but blessings.
Hey, and remember, if you're out there, y'all, and you, if you dream it, you can do it. If God purposes it in your heart, you can do it. And where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. And I don't care if they're sitting on the side of sitting on the curb outside with pennies in your pocket, or if you're on the mountaintop. Mm-hmm. But every part of your journey is predestined and preordained for you. So you're right where you're supposed to be. Don't trip. Don't fret. Don't put your eyes on other people's races and what they're doing. You create the thing that you were created to do. You find your assignment. You find the thing you're graced for, you're called for, and anointed for, and watch those doors open up. So you right where you are is right where you're supposed to be. Don't be discouraged, man. You got it. ICTV supports you. I support you. Thank y'all so very much.
Yes,
Shout out to y'all. We'll see y'all tonight.
Yes.
Britt, I love you, man. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And everybody, make sure y'all continue to support SwagHer Magazine as we continue to support y'all. And we'll be back next Friday with another dope guest. Thank y'all. Mwah.